Good times out. It's me, DjDoubleT, here and existing, back with another bit of some more Monster Prom 4. Monster Con. Super excited. Been playing this is my third round today, and yeah, I'm finally joined with Mari. Mari's gonna join me for a.
This is my second round, guys. I sped run the first round when
But
he was playing his own.
we're gonna play a regular
He was
game.
playing another game.
Now I gotta ask Mari, what do you want as our OST? I've had surf rock. I have had lo-fi beats. I haven't had the kawaii future bass, but I'm kind of actually liking it.
Let's go Kawaii, future babe.
The retro was also pretty good. The fantasy vibes was okay to me. Like I wouldn't care for it. Okay, we're going kawaii future bass. Okay.
Yeah.
Spooky Con. For some, it was just a nerdy convention, but for us, it was 4 days to celebrate our many passions and obsessions fiercely, unapologetically. And we weren't alone. Regardless of what you loved, you could always find people who'd make you feel seen and understood. Anywhere else, we might have been seen as weirdos and misfits, but here, we could finally feel like no matter who we were, we belonged. Or who is DJ? Well,
Who is DJ?
I usually pick Oz. But you know, this run, and I already picked Damien. I'm gonna go play as Milo this run.
I literally low-key wanted to get the DLC, but I was like, I'm good.
I mean, you can wait for it to be on sale, or if you feel like you like the DLC for playable characters, you can. Because you get like their outfits too. So it's like, it's more art.
No, yeah, I know that. It's like, I don't know.
Alright. Let's see. Well, maybe it could be Ooh, I know. Grimo. No, my name's gonna be Grimlow. Grimlow. If I can spell her. I'm just gonna type it. Grimlow. Grimlow! Because it's a mixture of Milo and the Grim Reaper. We'll go with they pronouns, why not? My name's Grimlow. I like how it shows me the other options, but does it show you the other options, Mari? Oh. It'd be kind of cool if you owned it. If I owned it, like I could share with other people, but I can't.
That's what I was saying. I was like, all.
Oscord?
Yeah.
All lowercase.
Yeah.
But as dreamy as Spooky Con was, it also came with its own set of pressures, and some of which we already knew so well. At the end of those 4 days, the after party loomed over our heads, posing that one evergreen question. Will we get a date for that night? As uncertainty plagued our hearts, we couldn't help but think of the 6 hottest nerds at the con. Zoe, question marks, an eldritch cutie who went from endless deity and harbinger of construction to author of the renowned fanfic Liam Prom. Liam de Leoncourt 4XX, a hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid the fact that he was truly a lovable dork. Doug Campbell 24, a kind-hearted slime that was incredibly broke from supporting all the fandoms he loved. Omen 25, an evil overlord who was recently freed from imprisonment in exchange for giving up her passion for stabbing people. Nico Sharp 22, an over-the-top mimic who preferred cosplay over shapeshifting, even if they weren't the best at getting into character. And April 1st, 24, a clown idol who was contractually obligated to bottle up all of her non-camera ready emotions inside cute mascots. It has to be one of them, but who? We had 4 days to gather some courage and shoot our shot. What was the worst that could happen? Being rejected and alone for the rest of our lives? We had our fair share of love and rejection. This surely wasn't our first rodeo. I don't know, I've been successful too far, and I got a secret ending. So I don't know. And as we had grown to know ourselves better, we realized we felt more confident. Alright, tell us 3 things you like. Oh! Sorry, I saw it. This
Bruh.
you know which one I'm gonna pick, right?
Yeah.
Okay, kawaii cereal mascots, kawaii plushies of deadly animals, dungeon low-level monsters, overspending limited edition blind boxes, correcting other people, ultra-layered memes, role-playing in bed, pretending you're someone else, the villain wins at the end, PhD on ship dynamics, only one bed, and world domination. Alright, so, first things first, kawaii plushies of deadly animals,
I knew it.
overspending on limited edition blind boxes,
I knew it.
and it's either gonna be world domination or dungeon low-level monsters. Let's go world domination. World domination.
Yeah, it seems.
I didn't even look what'd you pick, Mari? I was zoning out.
Who knows? I don't even know.
Mari, what you forgot already?
Yeah.
We'll have to watch it back, I guess. Choose your top 3 favorite fighting game character archetypes. So you got the trap man, I guess. You got the girl with fists. You got.
Dude, he reminds me. That first dude reminds me of like the My Hero Academia when they went to like the hero testing and it was like that other school that had like those little hats. That's what it reminds me.
Oh, got it. Then you got creepy scissor man. Then you got the sexy incubus. Then you got that one guy Zangief who like gives hugs. I don't know why, but the eyes are really saying like give me a hug. So I'm gonna pick this one as my first one. I don't know, edgy, and then I don't know. Why not?
He looks like he just wants to cut hair.
I do need a haircut. I'm actually debating if I want to grow my hair out.
Hawaii pro fights.
We weren't new to all this, so this time we challenged ourselves with a goal other than finding love. With the support of Zoe and Liam, we had decided to take on a project we had been putting off for too long. Make our own comic. You look so determined, Mari. Always look so determined and cute. It's like,
He's like, I'm ready for this.
We had so many ideas, and yet we always found excuses not to work on them.
Real.
But the con was the perfect setting to find inspiration and go for it. Alright, Mari, you get to pick the genre. Mel and I have done shonen twice, and I added 2 more, so.
You haven't done either one?
All the other 3, basically. We done shonen. I kind of wanted to do space. Oh, you picked space, cool.
Hey.
The fear of failure had stopped us for too long, but now we remind ourselves of the one thing that always kept us going. That we were young and unafraid. And we were ready to start. Waiting for other players to join. Mari doesn't join, like, connection issue.
Oh, it's not jinx it, bro.
Hey, it's totally fine. We can reconnect though. Alright, I get to go first.
What's your stat?
Oh, I have 12 smarts.
Oh, does it only show your stats? Yeah.
I can hover over yours. So I have 12 smarts, 8 boldness, 11 creativity, 14 charm, 8 fun. You have 12 smarts, 15 boldness, creativity 12, charm 7, fun. So, oh yeah, I forgot you can hover over this to look at like which one gives which. Well, sorry, I base this off of how I go to conventions. I rarely go to the hotel because I don't stay at a hotel. So, vendors. Ooh. You buy a cool t-shirt which features the entire JoJo family tree. Needless to say, it's several sizes too big for you. You get back to the stand to return it, but the vendor doesn't take refunds. Unacceptable. I think it's kind of cool because if you play as different characters, they have different like stories too. What he can give you is a free JoJo pose. You take it. It forces the limits of your flexibility, but you gain +2 charm from striking up such a pose. You, Zoe, and Owen are debating the merits of the thigh sheath versus the boob sheath in RPG waifu clothing when you hear Doug loudly gasp. Holy moly! That's a misprint. 1989 is a Han Solo action figure from when they accidentally put a 30 year on his neck. Wait. Mari, by the way, since Ellen's not here, are there any characters you want to voice?
Huh?
Are there any characters you want to voice?
Whichever.
Do you want to voice this one? Because Melon was voicing her earlier.
It's hideous.
It sure is. Hideous and rare. I've got to have it. Wait, can I have the 3-year Han, please? I've been looking for one for years. Sorry, dude. But you don't have ear tentacles on the merchandise, Finders Keepers. But finding this action figure is my dream. My parents died trying to get me one. Your parents died? Yes, the misprints have always been highly rare, so when they first came out, my parents drove to the factory that produced them to try and find one for me. But they tripped and fell into a vat of molten plastic. Sorry, it's painful to talk about. I just think that owning one of the original action figures would help me move on. Whoa, I'm sorry, and that's horrible. It's also very hard to believe. No, I'm serious. There's a whole lawsuit about it. Look at the back of the box. Warning, may contain traces of melted monster parts. Do not consume.
Who cares? My friend made claims to the merchandise first, so heed my words when I say, fuck off.
Just let him take it. I feel bad. And a little grossed out if I bought it at this point. Now, we had it first. Does the concept dibs mean nothing anymore? Dead parents or no dead parents? You want the damn 3-year Han Solo. Do something to validate this guy's sob story and get Doug the action figure. Offer to murder Doug's parents to level the playing field.
Bro.
No. Bring this guy's parents back by defying the laws of equivalent exchange and performing person transmutation, the most forbidden type of alchemy. That works. Are you sure about that? The person transmutation has a pretty high price to pay. Yeah, I think getting the action figure would be enough to make me move on by itself.
1 second, I'm just doing a drink anyway. Okay. Come on now, you miss your parents so much that you invoke their tragic death to buy action figures. Let us do you one less worse, as I believe the saying goes, and reunite you with them.
You and Omen draw the transmutation circle and summon the Gate of Truth. Black hands and disembodied eyes come crawling out of its doors. Great, now those hands are gonna take something in exchange for the resurrection. Probably someone's arm, not it.
Don't look at me. I'm already down one arm.
Oh, that's true. We don't see the other arm. Cause it's sealed, I think. Gosh, I don't know. I'd really rather not lose my whole arm. Maybe just a toe. F it. This is all for the orphan's benefit, so he should pay the price. Get him hands. Hands rip an arm and a leg off the screaming stranger. Damn, he's got expensive parents. The game manages leaving behind the two horrible creatures. They convulse, vomit blood, and scream the screams of creatures with no vocal cords. What the? What is this? What have I done?
Look, parents and son finally reunited.
I think we defied God.
For a good cause. Zoe, please authorize this form. For the redemption, our program stating that I did something nice today.
Just today. You may have ruined that dude's life, but now Doug can keep his action figure. The law of equivalent exchange looks satisfied too. You gain +2 charm, but lose 2 boldness. Oops.
Bro, I bought this Starbucks little coffee thing. It's
Uh-huh.
an oat milk caramel waffle cookie. I'm not gonna lie, I taste a little bit of alcohol. I don't know why.
It could be like the fermentation, if it's old or something.
I literally bought it 2 days ago.
Fermentation.
Yeah. Am I still gonna drink it? Probably. Am I gonna get sick? Maybe.
Well, hopefully you don't.
Coolness. Low-key never gone to a con before, so
Really? Not
I
any
might
of
go
that?
to hotel.
Like, there's the K-pop con, there's what else?
No, dude, I've never. They're all in Cali. Like,
Oh, really? I thought
concerts.
they'd be somewhere like around where you
Like,
are.
no. I mean, I think there's like an anime con here, but I don't. I feel like I need to go with people. You're chilling in your hotel room, staring at the ceiling. When you've already memorized the ceiling, you decide to call room service. Room service asks you, "How can I help you?" You tell room service you memorized the ceiling because you were. It turns out room service loves your room ceiling. They memorize it out of boredom too. You talk about it for hours.
It sounds so
The
random but fun.
conversation is enriching. Call the hotel room service. Hey, your refrigerator's running. Conversation is enriching and inspires you for any ceiling theme creative projects you may have in the future. You gain 2 creativity. Now you're waiting in line to get into the con, but there's commotion up ahead, and for once, it's not your fault.
Sorry, but you can't enter the con without a weapon. Hey, come on. Just let me bring it in. It's a part of my cosplay. Okay. I'm pretty sure there's a difference between a rubber sword and an AK. Guys, this is obviously a Schrodinger's cosplay weapon situation. It's impossible to know if this is a weapon or a cosplay until it's used for violence.
Then we shan't know until we test it. Open fire!
Are you kidding me?
Of course not. This is for science, Sam. You, who are so obsessed with logic and imperial facts, cannot turn your back on this experiment.
I'll scroll back up so I can read it. All of you make my head hurt.
As much as you love to discuss this all day, you have a concert and convince the guards to move this gunman along so you can get in. Dress the gun up as a kawaii waifu, it is undeniable that it's cosplay first and foremost. They say no risk, no reward. So is it really bad to allow a gun into the con just because it sounds incredibly risky?
Heck yeah, this is my jam. But I've never tried to make a gun sexy before.
Begin by applying lip gloss to the muzzle. It will elicit thoughts of smooching and fellatio.
Oh, I've got a sexy bra in my purse. Can we use that?
One can always use a sexy bra. Attach it to the trigger guard to evoke the imagery of what is the term big booba.
That's not going to work on... I stand corrected. It's perfect. Show the guards.
You lay the rifle at the guard's feet like a bait in a bear trap.
Yeah, this settles it. This gun is clearly being used for horny cosplay purposes. Yeah, wow. Respect that. Love between an officer and his gun is a beautiful thing. Go to our partner.
The demon cop starts hardcore making out with the AK.
47. Oh wow, yeah, he's really deep throating that muzzle, huh? Oh, indeed. It's hard to watch.
I need to rid myself of this memory immediately. How expensive are lobotomies these days?
Very. With this healthcare system, very.
You all sneak into this con while everyone's distracted, gaining 2 creativity for waifuing the gun, but losing 2 boldness.
Alright, where do I want to go? Probably to the lobby. Hey, it's the vampire guy from Baldur's Gate. What's his name?
Oh, my friend's obsessed with that motherfucker.
Of course.
Like, she loves that dude.
You're having a great time at the con, so you decide to tell the world by... people are gonna be so mad at me if I can't remember the name. Tell the world by tweeting, having a great time at the con. Good one. Unfortunately, that's enough bait for an online troll to reply, you're a dumb F. Whatever happened to online etiquette? You're not going to let him ruin your day, so you engage in a spirited but respectful debate with him. After a while, the troll writes, sorry, my mistake. You're a freaking dumb frick. You're definitely embarking on a journey of revenge when this con is over. You gain +2 boldness for not backing down from an online fight. You, Omen, Doug, and April are roaming the con unaware that you're about to be approached by a fearsome creature, a kid. Hey, have any of you seen my mom? She said she'd be right back, but I haven't seen her in a while. Oh no, don't worry, buddy. You can hang out with us until she comes back, okay? Fine. Hey, you, tall lady.
Do you mean me? What?
Lady, hey, lady, lady.
What? What the fuck do you want?
Made you look. Wow.
Do you voice her? Oh.
Yeah, I voiced most of the characters except for one. Unless you want to take it over, you can.
If you want me to.
Sure, why not? Have fun with it.
Wow. I don't think it's far-fetched to assume that this kid's mother left him behind on purpose.
I mean, well, this is the case of child abandonment. The con rulebook is clear. We have to find a place for him within 30 minutes or raise him until he's 18. Or until he dies, whichever comes first.
Darn, I don't have room to bury any more corpses in my backyard, so we better go with the getting rid of him plan. Well, come on, Grimlow, take the tension off me and think of a way to ditch this kid.
Use the kid to back a bet in an illegal high-stakes poker game, and just lose. Lobby the government to lower the age of labor, and this kid can be sent off to the mines. He'll become a way more valuable asset. The children carry the mines. 3 hours later, in the Monstropolis Capitol building. And now before we adjourn this congressional meeting, we'll hear a bill proposal from these random people who want to lower the minimum age for labor.
Hear me out. Child labor will be beneficial for the economy, necessary even as consumerism reaches an all-time high.
And if you think about it, kids love playing games about crafting in mines. Getting to work in a real mine is like fulfilling half their dream.
Exactly. The children yearn for the mines. We're doing this for them in the end. We also want to get rid of this awful child.
The Congressman discusses your proposal. 30 minutes later, you have your answer. We will adopt the bill into law, but with the caveat that minimum wage will be lowered along with minimum age for labor. Also, we get to ban TikTok for some reason. Hooray! You all get on a bus with the kid and head straight to the mines. Now, remember what I taught you about how to hold a pickaxe, okay? Hopefully they'll have smaller hard hats on the job site. Oh no, please don't cry, this'll be fun. It's like a video game, but real. The bus doors open and you all abandon or drop off the kid at the job site. Bye!
I think I may miss the little bastard. Actually, upon further thought, I won't. Can we get some sustenance now? Something chocolate flavored would be nice.
Chocolate ice cream it is. You gain +2 smarts for successfully lobbying your government, but lose 2 fun.
Damn. You really opened a bill to law.
I'm awesome like that, Mari. Whoops hair.
You're sitting at the main stage for a panel titled, "Are You Dating Sims Back?" The stage is empty. After a few minutes, a shy-looking guy approaches the mic and says, They are not because they never left to begin with." Yay! The audience goes crazy for dating sims. You gain 2 smarts for learning dating sims will never stop being cool.
They won't.
Now, prepare to completely forget whatever you just watched because it's time for one of the biggest events of the con, a Q&A with world-class game dev, Hayato Kamada.
I have not seen this person before.
Oh, okay.
You too. Kamada, panel starts in 15 minutes. Tell him you're ready. You got it, boss. He'll be there. Everything's under control. No disaster in sight. Crap. Shoot. God freaking darn it. We're so fudged. We're fudged right to heck. Your commitment to family friendliness is admirable, Doug, but can someone tell me what the F is going on? Well, Oma and I were told to hang out with Hayato Kamada and make sure he came to the panel on time.
And he did an excellent job. Con volunteering is just too easy. We were superior at hanging out with Hayato Kamada. Until we lost him, that is.
You lost him? How? Let's see. First, we took him to the corn dog stand to get lunch. Then one thing led to another, and we bet him $20 he couldn't do a backflip.
Best $20 I've ever spent.
Then we had a spirited debate on whether or not the color red actually enrages bulls.
We could not agree, so we went to Findable to see if it was true. But apparently, the only place you can find bulls in this city are zoos. Such is the absurdity of this modern era.
It was fun. We got to look at lizards with the creator of Solid Lizard himself. I never felt so alive.
But somewhere between the reptile exhibit and the face painting booth, we lost him.
How does that even happen?
It's not our fault. Celebrities are slippery, and we were very excited about face painting.
You only had to keep track of one effing guy.
Liam, you don't get it. They painted my face like a tiger. Like a tiger! Can you imagine that?
Why does this feels like an argument we would have? Like,
We lose Melon. We lose Melon, and you're like, where's Melon? Well, we went to the coffee shop. We went to like this we went to this Bob store, and I got distracted because there was this shiny thing that I really wanted, and she said something to me, but I don't remember what. Next thing you know, I don't see her at the store anymore. So, yeah, here we are now.
this is what gonna happen when we go to Mexico? Like, it's either I'm getting lost or Melon's getting lost, and it's just gonna be a whole scene.
I'm gonna buy like an air tag for both of you guys, so I know where you guys are at. I'm gonna like, okay, guys, take these, put them in your backpacks, and don't. Anyways, you better help them find Hayato Kamada before the panel starts. He's probably gone back to his game room. Going full stealth mode, look for boxes moving conspicuously. Compare notes with Kamada's stalker. Every celebrity's got a stalker that knows their every move. Okay? Because the internet is beautiful and you find a whole subreddit where stalkers compare notes and collaborate for a deeper, more comprehensive review of stalking.
Let's open a thread and see what Kamada was doing today.
You/feisty little goblin. I checked his trash last week. He ate pasta on Thursday. I bought a new pair of shoes. /Doug Campbell throwaway. Thanks, that's not helpful though.
You put your real name in your throwaway account? Of course. How else will people know if it isn't me?
You/Kamada Senpai Nace. I've been tracking his visit to SpookyCon. Did you know he spent most of the day hanging out with two incompetent volunteers?
Look, Omen, we're famous.
Kamada Pit. I planted a tracker on him, but it stopped sending a signal almost an hour ago. It could mean he's underground in this swoop, maybe?
Oh, I remember. Omen told him that it was impossible to catch a big sewer rat with your bare hands, so maybe he went to test it. That sounds like a horrible idea.
That tracks. It is impossible indeed. We found him. Thanks everyone. Please pursue healthier hobbies. Should I check his trash again just to be safe? You search the sewers and find Kamada covered in bites, blood, and sewer goo, and carrying a huge sewer rat.
The mad lad actually did it.
Fuck. This might be the first time I've ever wished I had two bare hands. You get to the panel just in time, and Kamada giving the panel with the rat in his hand is hailed as yet another disruptive move in the industry. You gain 2 smarts and lose 2 coins.
Let's trade places. Everybody choose a song. Say your choice out loud to the other players before advancing. The pancake song.
Wait, what?
Well, what song? Mari, why did you click ahead? You didn't say a song.
Oh, I'm confused.
You have to.
What's going on?
So this is a challenge part where we determine the turn. So everybody choose a song. Say your choice out loud to the other players before advancing. So I said the pancake song.
Oh.
Pick a song right now.
Sorry. Oh, gotta work. From 18.
Okay, so player orders decided based on which song you would have the most chances to become a hit if you traveled back in time and played it during medieval times. Start debating now. Okay.
Pancake song.
Okay, so the pancake song was something that happened earlier. In the first game, where I picked pancake, right? And then Nico basically started singing the pancake song, and the music in game changed to pancake, 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 pancake song. Even if you don't like pancakes, you will sing along. And I think that would be, I think it'd be a hit in medieval times because it's such a simple, annoying melody of like the stuff that they would play in medieval times.
Oh,
That's my argument.
that's so silly.
But I wouldn't see your song being a hit in medieval times because they'd be like, what is this newfangled thing? You know, they'd be offended.
No, they wouldn't. It's literally, you just gotta work. You're literally told to work. I think it would go great.
I think they would burn you at the stake. They'd be like, what is this witchcraft?
They tell all their servants to go work.
Well, Mara, you get to pick the order. You like, okay. Oh, for some reason when you picked mine, I was like, wait, you picked yourself, or yeah, I mixed up our characters. Okay, so you know what this section does, right? You pick like, I don't want anybody.
Yeah, you can like choose one. You can choose any of the 3 with the characters, or you can choose to be by yourself, or you can choose to be with call.
I'm gonna go by myself. Oh.
Well, you're calling someone. That's the one where you call a friend.
Oh, really? I didn't realize that's a tale to call
The other-
somebody.
So like the one with the picnic is or like the picnic thing or whatever is the one where you can call a friend. The one with nothing on it, you like don't need to. You be by yourself.
Cool. So there's Sawyer, Miranda, Scott, Vera, and Bruce. I'm gonna call Bruce. I saw Bruce. I was like, okay, I'm gonna find my third option. You invite Bruce to join you at the con. Of course. I can't wait to hug everyone there. Can I practice with you first? Sure. Bruce, tell us what is your type. Well, I certainly like people who aren't afraid of public displays of affection. I love hugs, but not the illegal ones. Those shady hug dealers are ruining the reputation of us huggers. Say no to crimes and no to illegal hugs.
Okay, that's how I think that man said. to Dead Earth. You and Zoe go out to a fancy restaurant. Zoe goes to town on some gyoza. You've never seen her stuff so many of her mouth at once. Gyoza surely hates to see Zoe coming, but the same can't be said for you.
Oh.
I don't get it.
Because the gyoza don't want to get eaten, right? Because she's eating them all.
So I want to eat.
I think you don't mind being eaten. I think it's what the... let me scroll up and see that. Gyoza surely hates to see Zoe coming, but the same can't be said for you. No, because you like seeing her. Gyoza are afraid. Yeah.
Okay.
Now it's time to take a break from your real life shenanigans and brainstorm some fictional shenanigans for your comic. Go for it. What's a job from the distant future you wish you could have? Capture designer, keeper of the planet Jupiter's darkest secret, world's leading expert in the number 6, or a Shrek movie tester? I know which one it's gonna be. I have a feeling.
Oh, I get to choose.
Yeah.
What job from the distant future you wish you could have?
I knew it. I knew it. It had to be the Shrek movie tester. Like, there was no other way. You won $10 million, but you have to spend it in the next 5 minutes. Quick, spend them. Buy the rights to the letter W. Spend it all on Tetris microtransactions and cosmetics. How convenient. Send it to that financially destitute prince who mailed you 2 months ago. Had to fulfill your dream of becoming a sex player. Sacked. Just sacks. Like, Grimlow. Alright, what do I want today? I want some charm. But I also want to go visit the hotel. What else am I gonna do that? I feel like Milo would visit the hotel. Since you have some time off, you decide to hone your drawing skills by drawing some fan art. You draw Son Goku, but you give him boobs. What a creative interpretation. Then you draw a Splash Kaboom with a twist. You add boobs. Name it Splash Kaboobs. You're on a roll. Finally, you draw Misato from Evangelion. You turn her into a green-skinned biomechanical symbiote and make her blonde, and you also give her a second pair of boobas. You deserve +2 creativity for your successful boob storming. You're walking around with Bruce, who's taking a break from giving out free hugs. Well, he still has a sign and stops to hug strangers from time to time, but it's kind of cute. So, have you always been a professional free hugger?
Oh, not at all. I've only been doing this for a couple years. I used to be a wrestler, but I got tired of using my arms for violence.
Well, isn't wrestling sort of choreography? It's still cool, but it's not actual violence.
Wait, really?
Yes?
I'm shocked. My old wrestling partner was obsessed with winning, and we certainly used violence to get what they wanted. But the worst part was...
What?
They never wanted to hug to celebrate when we won the match.
Oh my god, that's even worse than the violence, I think.
I was so devoid of physical affection or reassurance. My arms were cold and lonely, touching only others, while others only for suplexes, camel crushes, and power bombs. Anyway, wrestling made me too sad, so I ended up quitting for good. Free hugs was much better.
What if the problem wasn't wrestling, but having a bad partner?
Maybe.
Come on. I saw your eyes light up when you mentioned wrestling. What if you gave it a second chance with a partner who isn't a psychopath?
That could be nice. Maybe we'd even have stuff in common.
Like wrestling?
Yeah. And hey, maybe they also like celebrating wins with a victory hug?
Bruce seems really excited, so you download StableMates, the #1 app to find wrestling partners. Which one looks interesting, Bruce? Oh. Rockhard! Is that his wrestling name? Or is he just happy to see you? Well, one way to find out. The praying mantis. If she eats the head of her mate, imagine what she does to her adversaries. Yeah, I don't want to get murdered.
I don't know. He sounds tough and aggressive like my old partner. I wouldn't want to fall back in old relationship patterns.
Trust me, there's nothing aggressive about Rockhard. I'll tell him to come over. A few minutes later, your old friend Stu is there. Whoa, my dude, long time no see. Wait, you're hanging out with my wrestling day? This is Hugbug, right?
Yeah. Welcome to meet a fellow. Good to meet a fellow wrestling fan.
Oh, like wrestling too? What are the odds?
I mean, we met on a wrestling app, so.
Oh, right, my bad.
So tell me about you. Have you ever gone pro? Yeah, although it's been quite a long time. I focus on giving free hugs. What? I love hugging, dude. It's like wrestling, but slow and super comfy. That's a nice way to look at it. I always wanted to use hug-based techniques in matches, but my old partner said it was not a winning strategy. No offense to your ex, man, but that's silly AF. Wrestling is an art, and there are no winners or losers. No. There are winners and losers. Wait, really? I may not have been paying enough attention. Anyway, maybe we partner up, we can invent some new hug-based moves. Yeah, we could call one the Rock Hard Bug Hug. Whoa, let's both our names together. This is looking really promising. You gain +2 fun for your flawless wrestling matchmaking, but you also lose 2 boldness.
We find some teenagers selling their own fandies. Aw, so cute. You check them out and they are awful. As far as you remember, you had better taste when you were their age. To show them how it's done, you make your own design right in front of them. What a mentor. You leave it on their stand so they can sell it. They don't seem to like you, but that's awesome design you made nets you. To charm. You, Zoe, and Omen decide to visit Leon's Yaoi art stand. Hopefully he offers a friend and family discount. The three of you find motionless, staring wide-eyed at a piece of paper. He seems unnerved.
You good, buddy?
Yes, I'm good. I might even be too good. I was just doing some warm sketches, trying to capture men in the throes of glorious passion when I drew this.
Holy F.
What is the matter with you two? You look as if you stumbled upon an ambush. Let me see.
This is the most beautiful I've ever seen.
I know.
Liam, I have a confession to make. I've always secretly thought of your yaoi hobby was stupid.
Secretly, you told me twice just yesterday.
Whatever. The important thing is that I stand corrected. This is the most glorious thing I've ever gazed upon.
Are you selling this one? Name your price, I'll give you anything.
I will give you $5. Wait, account for inflation. I will give you $5,000.
Sorry, I don't think I should sell this piece. It's too much art to be contained in a single page. It starts coming out of the page.
True. So what should you do with Liam's Phallic Magnum Opus?
Phallic Magnum
Draw some
Opus.
underwear. Well, I don't care, DJ. Draw some underwear on it. The world is not ready. Eat it to consume its raw power. You snatch the drawing and shove it in your mouth.
Well, they did say, you know, eat a... I guess. What the F? Oscar, did you just eat my...
F. This truly is the best timeline.
Perhaps it's for the best. Quite frankly, Liam, I was already considering stabbing you in your sleep and stealing the immaculate for myself.
Good point, Oscar. Eating your probably just saved your life.
Who cares about my life? Oscar deprived the world of my beautiful art.
Liam, that was the kind of
That starts wars.
it would have been the that sunk 1,000 ships. It was the hypothetical of hell in Troy. Oscar just bought Monster Kind another century or two apiece. Isn't that worth sacrificing your perfect
I guess.
Liam Longleg caresses your belly.
Good night, sweet prince.
I pity you, my strange, worshipping friend. Would you feel better if we purchased you some hot dogs? Because I'm going to get some with or without you. This experience has given me a craving for something palatable. You averted war, apparently, and got to eat hot dogs with your friends. And the power of Liam's talk inside you gives you 2 boldness and 2 creativity.
Sorry. I'm totally mature, yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's totally mature, guys. It's
Uh-huh.
cool. He's totally mature, I swear.
Anyways, look at the community zone. There's an auction going on at the community zone. They're auctioning the original notebook from Death Note, starting at 100 monster dollars. You could kill so many people with that notebook, you get 200 monster dollars. Everybody in this con is broke AF, so you get the notebook. To make sure no one steals it, you decide to write your name in it. Oh, shoot. You're gonna die. 40 seconds later, nothing happens. Death Note isn't real. Dum dum. You still had +2 fun by playing pretend Death Note. You want the sounds of what you think is a rap battle, but instead find it a fast-talking auctioneer leading a rare merchandise sale. Out here, $200 for the first edition She-Hulk #1 comic. Going once, going twice. $250. Sold. That's to the slime with a pocket full of pennies.
Doug, you doofus, you overpaid. The comic cover clearly states it's worth a mere 40 cents.
I know it's weird, but my year of mortality has taught me that overpaying for stuff is a staple in con culture.
Right. Die-hard collectors would kill for a comic book like this.
Really? People care for this? These must be powerful artifacts indeed.
The next item up for bid is a 2013 Kill la Kill figurine, complete with mint condition removable panties.
Booba.
I offer you $1 million for the over-sexualized plastic woman.
Whoa. Sold to the big spender of row age, no refunds.
Power and fear, I, the undefeatable Omen, have laid claim to the undominable boobs. Tell me, what power does this rare, glorious totem possess?
None besides the power to make die-hard collectors cream their jeans, I guess.
I'm wearing shorts actually. I mean, what?
That's it? Then what the fuck did I buy it for? Do you know how many doomsday devices I could have bought with that money?
Oof. Unless you want to listen to Owen yap about this for the rest of the day, you should convince them that this anime figurine was a good investment. It's a powerful morale booster. If you stare at it with intent, you'll feel strong motivations filling your body. Isn't it the ultimate weapon? The high boob mass increases its bloodiness, while the nipples masterfully sculpted under the lingerie can easily poke an eye out. I'll go with this one.
Interesting. I'll need to verify that claim.
Omen turns to the nearest bystander and beats the snot out of them with the figurine.
Omen, stop it.
It's for science, Zoe.
I got them. Doug scoops up Omen like a misbehaving purse dog and carries them away from their victim.
I must say, it's not a bad weapon at all. People seem to be too distracted by its press to properly dodge my attack.
But Omen, beating people to a pulp is not redeemed villain behavior.
Yeah, hot waifu should be used for good, not evil. Otherwise, where would we be as a society? While you're discussing this, you notice some random guy staring at Omen. So, are you not hitting people with that figurine anymore?
No, it's evil apparently, just like all my other favorite pastimes.
But I'd be okay with it. I'd give you $5 to beat me up.
Is this a thing?
Yes.
Good to know.
Later, Omen spends their $5 on a milkshake. They seem content not to use the figurine for violence, but appreciate that the figurine can be used for violence in a pinch. Progress. You gain +2 bonus and -2 fun.
Okay. You're walking around the lobby when you suddenly hear, "Look, it's awkward." When you turn around, nobody's looking at you. They're looking at somebody else. Somebody who's cosplaying you? When did you get famous? Are you part of a beloved video game franchise? And more importantly, did that guy steal your clothes? There are too many questions in your head right now. Here, you'll need to boldness to go on with your life without asking them. A while later, Zoe invites you to a cafe to discuss her newest project. You can't wait for a sneak preview of the fanfic queen's latest work.
So the idea is that after Space Lord Zortha gets killed in a cannon, he's reincarnated as a cashier at Wallfire. It'll be a true, reverse isekai.
Hello friends, I see you are patrons of what I've come to call hyperactive bitter bean juice.
Did they not have coffee back in your day?
No, they did. I just prefer my name for it. What are you working on?
Oscar's helping with a new fanfic. It's about a powerful villain being forced to adapt to modern society.
Oh my. I find that deeply fascinating for reasons that are not worth examining. What is the plot progression? How does this former overlord adapt to their new strange world?
I'm not sure yet. We're still in the early planning stages.
Can they bring themselves to accept the overpriced inferiority of the taxi cab over the vastly superior locomotive? Do they concur the intellectually barren wasteland of social media, or do they succumb to its insidious brain rot? And, are they successful in their pursuit of happiness?
Oscar's here to help me answer those kinds of questions. Do you want to help us brainstorm?
No, thank you. Creativity is not my strong suit. I would rather listen to Oscord's ideas as harshly judge them. You heard the scary overlord. Pitch a plot for Zoe's new reverse isekai bit. The villain gets the one legendary artifact that didn't exist in his realm. Therapy. The villain realizes the new world would feel way less confusing and threatening if he rode a big menacing excavator everywhere he goes.
Okay.
Logically, you would want to choose this one, but color me intrigued. What is an excavator?
It's a vehicle construction workers use. It kind of looks like a big metal dragon with a shovel for a head.
That sounds badass. Why did no one tell me about this sooner?
I mean, have you ever heard of an excavator? Isn't your typical icebreaker?
Well, it should be. I'll be back.
Well, that's probably gonna be a problem.
Did we do something about it?
No, this chair is comfy, and we still have my fanfic to work on. I'm surprised Omi was so interested in it. I didn't peg them for a Space Lord Zortath fan.
I'm pretty sure they were just projecting onto the whole reverse isekai villain thing.
Oh, yeah, that makes a lot more sense in hindsight.
Zoe's Epiphany is interrupted by a giant excavator blasting through the cafe wall. Beep, beep! Wahaha! This thing is amazing. Excavating is going to be my entire personality from now on.
Aw, look at how much fun they're having.
It's a good day to be a good friend, and flee the scene of a cafe you're sure to help destroy. You gain 2 boldness, but lose 2 charm.
It's shopping time.
If it isn't my favorite customer. Well, actually, you're my favorite yet. But you might be if you pick a box already.
Mari, see, I was talking to Melon about this. You would pick this box because it looked like Smisky.
Which one? Oh, the Joel Daniels does? Nothing?
Yeah.
You're kinda right. You're kinda right. But that one, the My Weird Little Village, kinda gives me.
That too.
I like the one.
I'm gonna go buff bugs because I feel like if I'm gonna talk to the bug boy. Buff bugs. For myself. Oh, what I shared. Just for myself. Open up! Oh, the death moth.
The Death Moth. Oh.
The death moth. Every turn you will keep losing stats until you choose a location. How's that work?
I don't get it.
Oh, it's like time? I have to do it immediately?
Don't be shy, take a bug. Still Daniel does nothing. I guess still Daniel does nothing. Literally nothing. No choice of those who want to know. Landmarks and love. That's what they're people. Zodiac bears. I want to see this one. Wait, did you already choose this one?
No. I felt like you would pick it. Melon picked the spooky one. Dull Daniel staring in the depths of your soul.
There's no effect to keep playing as you. I want this thing to be real.
Probably is a Smeeski. Nothing happened.
But Sminskis have that like very. It's not like that one. It's not staring into my soul.
Alright. Day 3, I gotta be quick with this, Until I pick a location. Oh, this part. Another day, another morning to devote to the comic you're working on. Time to brainstorm. What's the one feature you always look for when you buy a robot from the robot store? A metal that also serves as a deadly projectile, a refined sense of humor so typical robots, free internet access, or a vast knowledge of flower symbology. It's your pick, Mari. What's a killer name for a cat? Saturn. Douglas, fearsome king of the moon.
Mustard.
Big Mustard. Sun's secret sweet caramel core. If we ever see this question again, Mari, you can pick Big Mustard. I'm picking this.
I knew you. Yeah, I knew you were gonna choose that one. I knew
Why?
You were gonna choose that
I was actually gonna pick Douglas
I knew
too.
it. I knew that one too, but I knew it was like you just gonna choose the sun one.
I just had to pick one as fast as possible. I was like, I'm not taking any chances. At the hotel, you carefully put on your cosplay. You're ready to go, except, you feel a rumble in your belly. There's no time to take off the costume, so you'll have to poop in cosplay. True experience, you rarely see a fictional character pooping. Your toilet-based cosplay gives you a better understanding of the character. Here's less to broadening your knowledge in such an unexpected way. Sometime later, you're chilling at the hotel bar with Omen and Doug. The bartender brings over your next round of drinks. Oh, thank you. These look delicious.
Oh, is it me?
Hmm.
Doug, I'm quite sure that is not the drink you ordered.
I know, but it's fine. I don't want to bother the bartender.
Inadmissible. No friend of mine shall drink anything other than their preferred beverage.
Omen grabs Doug's drink and throws it at the wall, shattering it.
Oi, you gave my friend a drink he did not want. Shame on you, and on whatever unfortunate souls are sired into your despicable bloodline. Bring him a Bahama Mama with a silly shot, and if you get it wrong again, the next thing I shall shatter is your skull.
Dang, Omen. I really admire your assertiveness. I wish I had your confidence.
Why, thank you, Doug. I quite like your penchant for giving me compliments. One might even say it is your best feature. As for your wish to be confident, there are few better ways to build one's confidence other than a barbell. Observe.
Wait, no! Omen throws a chair at the beefiest guy in the bar.
What did you say about my mother, you fiend? Have at thee.
She fights clearly in her element. You're not worried about yourself either. You've got a pocket full of sand and a thirst for violence. Doug on the other hand. Crap, how to make a fist? If I break my ribs, can I call a timeout? I don't know the etiquette here. Well, let's just say he's not a born fighter, but you still want to help his confidence, so maybe there's another way for him to participate in the role. He even want to keep score, with added commentary. He can hype everyone up by adding spectacular sound effects to the brawl. Sound effects. Okay, I can do that.
Eat my fist, you worthless swine.
Whack.
Oh, you want more? Will happily oblige.
Crash, bang, sploosh. Sploosh? What the hell? Says the poor schmuck. Owen's beating up. I didn't make a sploosh sound.
You dare insult my friend's choice of sound effects, I will sploosh you into oblivion.
Splat. Ring a ding ding. After a vicious fistfight with more sound effects than a vintage Batman comic, Owen has beaten the ish out of pretty much everyone in the bar. Mari, why are you fighting the whole bar?
Bro, let's be honest, I would actually do that shit in real life. I'm not gonna lie. I literally think I would actually like, this is like not like, I wouldn't be drinking, I wouldn't even be drunk. This would be all sober and I'd literally find a way to like make people literally fight each other and I'm just like, damn. I wonder how this all started. And then I see you turning next to me. You did it. Oh, you're right. Let's get out of here. Woo. That was invigorating. And your sound effects made it quite a bit more entertaining than my usual bros. Thank you for that.
No problem. I was just happy to be part of it.
Indeed. But could you please not tell the redemption art program about this? I fear it will impede my progress.
Don't worry, once I get a few more of these Bahama Mamas in me, I won't remember any of this at all.
Good. Let us slap our hands together in celebration. I believe you call it a 5 high?
Close enough. Kaboom! You'll epically 5 high grading, +2 creativity, and -2 fun.
Walking around the community zone, you see several Congoers playing a match. Wait, is that soccer? Why the hell is there soccer at a Monster Prom? A Congoer sees you fuming and tells you, oh, it's not soccer, it's actually LARP Fuzzball. What a relief. You have too fun watching the game, safe knowing you don't have to watch a real sport. Lately, Owen has been intrigued by VTubers, but then they had a hard time understanding what they are actually. Trying to explain them has proven fruitless, which makes sense considering it took Omen half an hour to grasp the concept of a revolving door. So, as they say, show don't tell. We wait runs, so we decided to take Omen to a VTuber modeling workshop. You are telling me these virtual avatars command legions of Twitch subscribers. How can I harness this kind of power?
It's so close to being called twat.
Twat?
Yeah, it's like no, it's so close to being that, being mean. I'm saying.
The secret to curating a fan base is to know your niche and give the people what they want. You can also make your avatar like very hot, which is what a lot of people often want anyway.
Huh? So lewdness is the secret ingredient. Then why are your avatars closed? Twat will wipe your account if you show pornographic content. It's a mistake you only make once. What if I made mine fully clothed, but I put a big handsome on their face? Does that count as too lewd? Probably. This is impossible. I give up on trying to understand this virtual nonsense. This is the revolving doors all over again. But I still want to exert control over strangers. Oscar, you design an avatar for me. You often seek to impress us. I promise, I will be impressed if you succeed at this.
Oh man, don't exploit Oscar's obvious weaknesses. It's not nice.
It's not exploding. What?
Try again.
Okay. It's not
Exploiting.
Exploiting? It's not exploiting her obvious weaknesses. It's encouraging her potential skills for our own enjoyment. Come on, I want to see a cool VTuber avatar.
Who am I trying to fool? Let's see some cool avatars.
Big bird with a barded baseball bat. Only will surely appreciate a fucked up posture that instills fear in any potential hater. Iron Man. Wow, that sounds very interesting, like cooking.
Cooking Iron Mama 3. Sorry.
Iron Mama.
Yeah, because you know, like Cooking Mama 2, and
Yeah.
Cooking Mama 3. That's the one I remember the most of for some reason.
Yeah, but but they're a much more approachable cutie surface. Loki, I kind of be hitting with that one, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it sure is cute.
Well, are we sure Omen will want an avatar that qualifies for a century of pain and imprisonment?
Let me see that, these three. What is this thing? It is amazing.
Like, good amazing?
Are you kidding? It's so silly and adorable. You'd hug it if it wasn't covered in spikes. How enlightening it is to know that these Iron Maidens can look so silly from the outside, but believe me, they do not feel silly inside. Haha, it feels almost therapeutic to laugh at the device that brought me pain for so long. You could say the Iron Maiden is now filled with silliness instead of bleeding omen. April, don't make jokes about that. Sorry. Ah, I got you. Honk. You three hug Omen. Even if they are covered in spikes, you lose -2 boldness, but gain 2 charm for choosing the silly and adorable avatar.
Yeah, because her cape is literally like the, what you call it? The Iron Maiden outside.
Oh, yeah.
Out of the stands, you find a fanzine vendor. You ask her what zines are about. They're about you, she replies. You have one of her fanzines. It's full of badly cropped pictures of you. You feel you should be disturbed, but you also feel flattered. Buy a copy. Dang. Some of these pics you haven't even seen before. You're bowled over by your own +2 charm. You're checking out the stands at the merch hall when Liam and Doug start fawning over the gachapon vending machines. Liam, check out this one. This gachapon is filled with ID photos of random people. What a brilliant concept. It forces us to look at strangers with fresh eyes to truly notice them.
Who are these people? Are they targets assigned to the buyer to find a murdered and murder them?
No. You just collect the pictures.
Oh, I understand. Wait, no, I don't.
Okay, these specific gachas may not be your thing, but look at these buff birds. They're birds, but they're very muscular.
I admire a plastic bird's physique as much as I respect a tree's existence.
So, a lot?
No, I hate trees, and I would never waste my hard-stolen money on them or use useless space.
But gachas are so much better than trees. Will you at least try if Grimble buys you one?
That I can do, if only for the pleasure of seeing them squander their meager savings.
My meager savings, no! That's your cue to empty your wallet on the vending machine, because you do whatever people tell you. Turns out you can only afford one. Which one will turn Omen into a die-hard gachapon fan? Go for the gacha that wows everyone. Cool tardigrade doing sick skateboard trick. Look creature in a silly pose of abject terror as if they were hit by a spell that turned them into a gacha. I know Owen would like this one, but this one looks cool, you're right. What's
this? A tardigrade?
Wait, you actually know what tardigrades are?
Obviously, non-sensual pastimes like reality TV and jazz didn't exist prior to my captivity. But tardigrades have a long and fruitful history.
That makes sense. Have you ever seen a tardigrade look this cool? Look at the skateboard trick.
Tell me more about them. What's their background?
Well, let me check the leaflet. It says here, whoa.
What?
That is the tardigrade lives in space, where they perform incredible skateboard tricks at 0 gravity.
Wait, you have sent tardigrades to space? This society is so much more advanced than I thought.
Actually, nobody lives in space yet, but until that long-held hope comes true, what gachas are for, they make you dream. And they look cool on your desk.
May I keep it?
Of course.
Magnificent. When living in space is a reality, Tadia shall be my little guide.
Oma looks at Thaddeus with longing. Liam and Doug look at you with approval. You look at your stats and notice you've gained +2 fun, but you've also lost 2 smarts. Oh well. Who needs smarts?
Smarts. You decide to watch a panel discussing fighting game archetypes. Your main goal is to determine which archetype you'd be. Are you a grappler or are you a zoner? By the end of the panel, you realize you are the very rare lover, a highly ineffective archetype for fighting games. Makes sense, you are better fit for a dating sim. You gain 2 smarts for achieving such self-awareness. Later, Liam and Zoe are scheduled to give an interview about Zoe's massively viral fanfic, Liam Prom. Greetings, you pathetic worms. I am your favorite Intuo viewer ever, the undefeatable Omen. Welcome to my show.
Are you going to introduce us?
Oh, right. This is Zoe and Liam. You may applaud for them. Okay, that's enough. So, Zoe, this thing you're writing, what is it again? Some kind of anatomy textbook?
Well, Liam's anatomy is prominently featured in my work, if you know what I mean. But no, Liam Prom is a story about Liam Academy, a school where everyone is Liam. Liams only have 3 weeks to find the perfect Liam to ask to take to prom. Hijinks ensue.
Ah, and this Liam Academy is fictional?
Yes.
Thank fucking God.
What's that supposed to mean?
Sorry, I would never have phrased it that way if I knew you were here.
You forgot I was at my own effing interview?
What do you mean, your interview? It was I who beat up the original interview and therefore earned the right to use this panel slot as I saw fit.
Wait, this interview wasn't scheduled by the con?
Who are you? Are you going to ask us a question or not?
If I must, how many gallons of heavy cream can you consume in one sitting?
A question about the fanfiction, Omen.
The rest of Owen's questions aren't much better, so when the audience QA starts, you know it's up to you to save this. Liam, do you think agreeing to let Zoe write a fanfiction where all characters are you was an act of intense egotism, or a total deconstruction of your ego? Liam, if all of Liams represent different aspects of yourself, which Liam represents your butt?
Yes! That depends on how you look at it. Every Liam is a representation of the complexity of my soul.
Really? I thought it was kind of obvious that butt Liam represents your butt.
It's a very literal interpretation of a deceptively complex metaphor.
It's a giant floating butt with your face on it, Liam. Doesn't get much more literal than that.
Butt Liam is actually a reflection of my humility, and how I am not averse to sometimes being the butt of the joke.
I saw him as more of a silly floating butt with your face on it. Butts are fun.
Especially if they have Liam's stupid face on them. Yes, that's the face.
Hi, Nappy. Hi, Nappy. Don't be grumpy.
Don't be grumpy. Just look at butt Liam. Doesn't he fill your heart with joy?
Yes, it does.
Well, I must admit, my face does improve the aesthetics of the center butt.
Now, the real question is, does Liam's actual butt have a Liam face on it? I'm sure the audience wants to know. Sadly, you have to move on to the next question, leaving that huge mystery unsolved. You gain 2 fun and lose 2 smarts for asking questions about butt.
Let's stray places. Everyone make a noise. Any noise. Make your noise for the other players before.
Honk, 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 honk,
And my noise be.
honk, honk.
Okay, continue, Mari. Player order decided based on which noise would make the most hilarious sound effect for a punch in a vintage comic book.
Honk, 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 honk.
I'm gonna say yours, Mari. Because he's so dumb for like a punch, you know? Just honk honk. Time to get some fresh air, Mari.
Hello. You and Liam go on a lovely stroll through the park. He uses you as a captive audience to complain about several things: the weather, the economy, his bottomless hatred for single-use plastic. Anyone else would think who's having a terrible time, but you know that complaining is Liam's love life. And as a certified Liam enjoyer, you love nothing more than to hear him talk shit. What a catch!
Alright, back to calling your friend. Look at that. 1, Scott, Rivera, Bruce. More Bruce. Me and Bruce go on a lovely stroll through the park. Bruce appreciates the exercise because apparently today's leg day. That is to say that it's leg day, the national holiday where you appreciate your legs and take them out for some exercise. Way to be fun and festive. It's almost time to find a date, but first it's almost time to publish your comic. Now there's a chance for one final brainstorming session to polish it. What's a foolproof way to quickly annoy everyone at the city council meeting? Show off your walrus impersonation, attempt to seduce the mayor, voice your very knowledgeable opinions on Mustard yet again, debut your stand-up comedy set. Walrus. Oh, you want me to read it? Okay. What's the one new piece of technology that makes you yearn for the future to come? Bowel control automation system? Perception of aesthetics processor? AI-powered underwear? Or eyebrow management system? Yeah. Time to get back to the con. Yeah.
You find a tent at the merch hall that sells hyper-realistic VR headsets. You buy one immediately. VR is the future. You put it on and you see your surroundings. Yep, it's a scam. The headset is basically a football helmet and a pair of glasses. No refunds allowed, but the headset looks cool, looks good on you. Like, two charms it. You, Zoe, Omen, and Liam are browsing Artist Alley when you see a monument to foot obsession that puts all others to shame. There are paintings of bare feet, socked feet, feet walking through grass, lava, lotion, and foot whose any foot is represented here somewhere.
Welcome to my gallery. If you feel so inclined, you may leave your shoes at the entrance. We encourage foot naturalism here. All natural foot. Foot. Foot.
This this art, it fills me with confusion and disgust and a touch of hatred. Is this normal?
I'd hope to elicit something more positive than disgust, but I suppose any reaction to my work is better than none.
Are you okay? You seem to on the verge of what we in the art biz call a totally effed crisis.
Well, I've been thinking. I've devoted my life to rendering the beauty of the foot in every artistic medium I know, including plastic surgery. That's just too much feet for me. You know, they should have made his hands into feet, but it's foot face. Sorry.
Wait, you weren't just born like that?
And I worry that the mark I've left on this world has been too small. Will anyone care about my art after I'm gone? Will anyone even know my name, which is...
I understand. I'm also obsessed with wanting to leave my mark, to make the world submit under my heel. You have my sympathy, my disgusting friend.
I've seen a few lucky people remain relevant for at least a few centuries after death, so if you get really wild with it, your memory might last.
We can help. Oscar, let's cement this artist's beautiful and horny legacy.
Make a time capsule of all their work so that it's in addition future people will remember how be used to them. You have to accept the drawing fee is something that makes someone memorable. Crashing your car into the White House on the other hand.
That's an awful idea, Oscar, and super illegal. We're going to teach Omen here the importance of doing good.
But this is an ethical conundrum. Crashing the car is obviously bad, but helping this artist is good, so they can kind of cancel each other out.
And they don't, actually. Those things are not equivalent at all.
Zoe, Abstein, so it's 1-1. I get to break the tie. Smash cut to you, 5 driving a car over the White House lawn at full speed, with heavy metal music blaring from the speakers for ambiance, of course.
Yeah, this one's for art.
Thanks for doing this, my friend. You really know how to help a struggling artist.
My pleasure. We should help people more often.
We're all going to hell.
Perhaps, but first we're going to the White House. You crash into the White House, which is when the Secret Service men surround you, and you remember that actions have consequences.
It looks like we're going to prison. In my mad pursuit of destiny, I suppose I didn't see this coming. I totally saw this coming. I said so several times, and we get put in the same cell. I'm never going to let you all forget that.
Oh well, we can't change the past. I call dibs on picking our prison gang tattoos.
The president sticks his head in the car window. Hi, nice to meet you. Nice to have you all here on my lawn. I'm here to cut your little wannabe terrorist deal. I couldn't help but notice all this beautiful foot art spilling out of your trunk. If you let me have some of it, I'll let you off with the presidential pardon. Deal?
Who knew that the president was into... Yeah.
Beat.
Deal.
Oh yeah. Alright.
The president takes
Yeah.
3 drawings to hang in the halls of the White House forever. Now that's cementing your legacy. You gain 2 boldness but lose 2 smart.
Oh, it's my turn. The main stage. Because I don't want this to take down. Hold a second.
What?
Mari, why does it show that the gift I got? It shows that you got me the gift. And then I got the gift... Wait. Cause why do you have my gift and then I have your gift?
I don't know, but still, you're lower than I am.
What do you mean I'm lower than you are?
Yeah, you're lower in smarts, boldness, and that's about it. I'm only lower in smart, but not as low as you.
Okay, let's see your numbers. So yeah, 24, 45, plus 22.
Oh, wait, no. You're getting confused,
67.
DJ.
Huh?
I'm getting confused. Am I yellow?
Yeah, I thought you were yellow. That's the thing. I'm gold.
I thought you were yellow, and I was.
Why does it show your stats?
I'm confused.
See the color right there? See, like, mine's brown, yours is yellow, so...
Carry on. We don't know. We're confused.
We'll see. You kind of panel on how to seamlessly add loot boxes to games. The short answer is that you shouldn't. This turns out to be valuable knowledge that makes you gain 2 smarts. Yeah, see? And that, you're yellow. So I'm asking, why do you have my item and then I have yours? I'm confused.
I don't know.
I don't remember
Either way,
gifting.
I didn't lose anything.
That's true. Well, this turns out to be valuable knowledge that makes you gain plus 2 smarts. Pay 10 monster tokens to open a mystery box with a bonus random amount of short smarts. Okay. Let's go draws to a close. You've been getting a lot closer to Bruce. He's invited you to his place tonight for tea.
Huh, come on in. I've got the tea made in the living room, and I baked some little cakes to go with it.
Oh, how nice. Quick question though. Why are you still holding that sign? Because I wanted you to know you can always hug me whenever you want. In this house, we stand consent. Well, I am not gonna say no to that. Bring it in. Gives you one of his trademark hugs, then you sit down to eat. The tea is soothing, and the cakes are as delicious as they are tiny, but something is odd. Why is your coffee table a big cardboard box?
Oh, it's a wardrobe I bought from IKEA. The instruction to build it were more confusing than I thought, so it's been sitting here for like 2 months.
No worries, I've been there. I'm sure we could assemble it if we work together.
You do that for me? Thank you so much. Can I give you another hug?
After another long hug, you and Bruce get to work. Unfortunately, he was right about the instructions being confusing.
Okay, I think we gotta screw panel A, panel 5, panel D2, and panel alpha into each other. Do we have screws?
I don't see any. We have little plastic clamps, though.
No, I think those are for the inner shelving.
This thing has shelves? I thought those were the legs of the wardrobe.
Huh. Could be. I guess I either bought a really tall wardrobe or really short shelves.
IKEA. More like, why would you ever buy this? Am I right? Still, there must be a way to make sense of these instructions. Bruce is counting on you. I'm not gonna lie. They always talk about IKEA, like, you know, instructions be confusing. They're not confusing. I just think that certain things don't fit properly.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
I'm no, I think you're right. It's very like I think I had like this. I think I still had. Oh, well, I do still have it. I literally had to like have my dad like make a bigger like
Hole.
incision. Yeah, basically for me, because it's like this shit's not fitting. And then my dad was like later on, was like, why didn't you tell me to build you one? I was like, well, because you were being an asshole, bro. So yeah, I didn't fucking tell you to build me one.
Fair enough. Okay, I have a story to tell you. So I was building one of those like small cube shelves. The problem is like it's hard to lock in the parts, right? And so like, my friend told me to do it, so I went to do it, right? And they're like, "What? You couldn't follow the instructions?" I'm like, "I followed it to a T. You go try doing it." Like after I had struggled for a bit, and he's like, "It's easy." 30 minutes later, still put it together. I'm like, "Uh huh." Tell me.
It's
Tell.
easy.
Yeah, it's easy,
Huh?
right? Apparently, I can't read directions. It was so funny. And just like, 30 minutes of struggling later. It wasn't me. It's just that it's really hard to put these parts together.
It is. I think it's. I don't know why they do that. I'm like, bro, okay, you guys like make them fit, like.
Well, it's meant to be cheap, so it's not supposed to be like easy. You know?
Yeah.
Order the exact same wardrobe and
Not
deliver it to.
really cheap though.
It depends. They also have like a whole clearance section of like things they don't want. And I always want to like look at their scrap parts and do like an assembly myself one day. Hey, it's cheap wood. Must do something cool with it. We can always recolor it. See, I may not be handy, but I am crafty. And that's the thing.
That still works.
Order the exact same wardrobe and deliver it to the neighbors, then spy on them while they build it. It'll be an act of kindness and voyeurism. Bring the manual to a literary interpretation class. Maybe some scholars can derive meaning from it. I'm gonna do this one.
Great idea, Grimlow. It'll only cost me the price of 2 wardrobes.
You and Bruce order a wardrobe for the couple next door. It arrives for Vicky Pass. Right for same-day delivery. For same-day shopping. You and Bruce keep an eye on the situation by splitting a pair of binoculars. Kind of romantic if you think about it. Honey, did you order a wardrobe? Not that I remember. Maybe.
You and your forgetfulness. First I interested, now this.
Don't be on my butt today, please. Wanna come here and help me build this thing?
You bought it. You take care of it. I was in the middle of making dinner anyway.
It better not be carbonara again.
Carbonara is all you deserve. Huh. So the first step to wardrobe assembly is making carbonara. But how do you make carbonara? It's instructions upon instructions.
Don't worry, I can make the carbonara. This is impossible. I can't find all the screws.
Imagine you not being able to find a small important piece while screwing.
Lay off me, Willow. You're prettier when you smile, you know. You should try it sometime.
Maybe I would if my useless husband gave me anything to smile about. Thanks, they're fighting really bad. I don't think this is worth it. I'd rather have no wardrobe at all than fight with you, Grimlow.
I'm with you, buddy. The good news is, I already got the carbonara started. You and Bruce throw the binoculars out the window and enjoy some carbonara while the couple next door speak on some me trying to be creative solving problems ends up committing a forest fire. No, tries to solve problem, ends up making forest fire.
Literally.
You may not have built a wardrobe, but you have something much better. +2 charm and -2 smarts.
Lounging around the hotel, you see a sign in front of the conference room. Con artist meeting. Awesome! You learn a lot of the cool techniques. They feel much more like scans, but who are you to judge what it is? Isn't it art? You gain 2 creativity, learning to bend truth to make a quick buck. Then you swing by your hotel room to freshen up, but you find Liam and Zoe doing something.
So mainstream, so mainstream, so mainstream. Nailed it.
Oh, hey Oscar. We were just doing some vocal warm-ups before we start our creative exercise.
Creative exercises?
Indeed. Creativity is like a sport in that it requires warm-ups to avoid pulling a metaphorical brain muscle.
Since we both love to create, we try to keep the juices flowing by doing artistic exercises and challenge each other.
Sounds cool.
Can I join?
Sorry, I saw Oz and I was like, it's me! That's not. Sure, if you'd like. Do you need someone before you work on your comic today?
Not necessarily. I just have a psychological need to always be doing whatever my friends are doing.
Fair enough.
Then it's up to you to come up with the creative exercise we're going to do.
What? Why? Can't we just do whatever you usually do?
No, part of the magic is that we creatively propose an exercise on the spot. And since you're the newbie, you gotta do it, trial by fire.
That's fair, yes. Dig deep in your creativity and come up with a banger exercise. Creative exercise. Let's do 100 push-ups while reciting Whitman poetry. You know what they say, bad artists copy, great artists steal. Therefore, we should rob a bank.
I know what Mara's picking. Yep. I have some conscientious objections to that plan.
There's no time for that. The bank closes soon. You can object in the car.
Smash cut to you, Liam, and Zoe robbing a bank. Well, you and Zoe are doing the actual robbing. Liam's mostly complaining, like usual.
Put the money in the bag, bish. We don't have all day.
I don't understand how this is making us more creative.
Maybe it's not working for you, but this robbery just gave me a burst of inspiration. Hold on, I gotta write this down.
What? The cops are on their way. We're gonna get arrested if we don't leave ASAP.
Sure, you're distracting me. This'll only take a minute. And that's how I wound up in prison for 30 years. I hope you youngins can learn from my mistakes.
You got an old version too.
Gee whiz, Grandma. Grandma Zoe. That was some story, but what happened to Liam? Ah, poor Liam. He got shanked by a rival gang. That's prison for you. I'm sure that he still thought it was all worth it.
I think it was worth it.
That's a ghost. It most certainly wasn't.
And that's how my new heist fic ends. What do you all think?
I like that Liam becomes a ghost. Him haunting you forever with a snarky one-liner feels very in character.
You would all think that.
Anyway, y'all wanna get some food? We did just get a F ton of money.
Wait, so you did steal the money from the bank. Zoe got this criminal slash fanfic author double life down pat. Thank goodness it all worked out somehow. That seems to be the theme with you. You gain 2 boldness and lose 2 creativity.
Community. Okay. The Smash Your Bros tournament going on at the community zone. You sign up because love always trumps violence. The matches involve 8 players each and they get and confusing quite fast. In the end, it's very hard to tell who actually won, but you all surely got plenty of fun in the process. Time to flex your writing muscles. You're attending a workshop hosted by Zoe, author of Liam Prop, her popular fanfic about a world where everyone is Liam.
Thank you. Thanks for coming, everyone. I'm gonna share some writing tips. Then you'll get to flash write some fics of your own. Isn't that exciting?
Oh, I'm so nervous. Zoe's such a good writer. What if she hates my work and stops being my friend and shadow bans me from reading Liam Prom ever again?
Oh, my bad. Fear not, Doug. You've trained for this. With thousands of pages of fanfiction, and soon we're all leading up for this one.
Some quick and dirty tips are, well, to keep your fic quick and dirty. Write as much as you want for the rough draft, then cut the excess and keep the sexy parts. Also, don't be afraid to get weird with it. The Bruce came into your house, and if they didn't like how you decorated the place, they can leave. Finally, never forget the loop. And that's writing advice, and good life advice in general. Now get writing. Stir my heart and my loins. I'll be around to check on you.
I lived on my keyboard, but I keep making typos and I still don't have a good fanfic idea. I'm not doing your homework for the redemption arc program, Omen.
Why not? It would be fictional. It fits the criteria.
Surely you could do better than that. It's just a fanfic for Doug to write. 9 to 5 Dungeon, a slice of life about Doug working an office job as a low-level monster in a dungeon. Bad artist copy, good artist steal. You've heard of Liam Prom? Now it's time for Oik.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I want this one because it sounds wholesome, but I also think it's just funny. Yeah, okay. They say you're right what you know, so I guess I could do something with this prompt.
9 to 5 dungeon? Hey, I love it. Have you worked in a dungeon before, Doug?
No, well, my dad does. He wants me to get an honest job like his someday, so I've been to the job site with him a few times.
Your father gets defeated by adventurers over and over as a profession?
Yup, it's basically the Slav equivalent of the American dream.
What an injustice. If I owned a dungeon, Doug, I would appoint you chief slime officer, and no one would kill you under my tutelage.
Hey, you could use that. Why don't you put Omen in your fic too? Every dungeon needs an evil final boss.
A dungeon boss, eh? Now there is a profession I can get excited about. My slimes would be the most fearsome slimes in all land, and I'd give them guns and teach them karate.
I'd love to learn the ancient art of gun karate.
Good idea. Let us study gun karate, Doug, for writing research.
Ugh, training arc. Bring on the sweaty gym clothes and first service shots.
That produces 2 guns from you don't want to know where, and then starts making karate chopping motions while firing bullets in the air.
Hiya!
Thus, 9 to 5 Dungeon was born. You gain +2 smarts for your prompt and would lose 2 creativity. Last day of the con is here. Who is Oscord going for? Have you just been going random this whole time, Mark?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going none of them because of the fact that there's extra options. Yep. Let's check your comic. Finally, the art gang gathers around to put all the pieces of your greatest masterpiece together. Time to see the fruits of your labors. Space Heist is a comic about a heist in space. It follows a charismatic ragtag team of outlaws with a unique set of skills. Faith, a hacker who can do magic with a keyboard. She's evading law because she pirated too many Shrek movies. Suzanne, a seasoned spaceship pilot who desperately needs the money to fulfill her dreams of becoming a saxophone player. Calculester, an android who wants to learn all about the thrills of life. His tech provides a valuable resource to this adventure, a vast knowledge of flower symbology. And the band leader, Valerie. She's a space pirate with a thirst for money and a score to settle. Together, they will aim for the one thing no one in the galaxy has ever dared to steal, the sun's secret caramel core.
Well, god damn it, Calculester. I told you not to do your walrus impersonation in public. I had to take the risk for I wanted to experience the thrills of life. Stop fighting. I managed to hack into their battle control automation system. That ought to keep them busy.
Come on, you two. Hop in here. The station's about to explode. Fasten your seatbelts.
Remember again, Calculaster. No promises. I can't make any promises where I am programmed to live.
Kaboom. Our heroes escaped by the skin of their teeth, but by blowing up the space station, could they have also blown their cover? To be continued. The con after party is approaching.
You didn't ask anyone to go to the after party with you. You got the perfect night planned already. You're picking yourself up in a limo, treating yourself to a nice dinner, and plan to arrive fashionably 3 hours late. You even got yourself a bouquet. It's a surprise. You had
Yep.
an excellent time at the party. You left it all on the dance floor. Your moves were sick, they were nasty, they were absolutely disgusting. I mean, all that in a good way, of course. A hip way, even. Best party ever. It was off the chain. How do you fellow youth?
I think it was kind of adorable how like your little like ghosty was making a heart shape. You didn't ask any of your friends to go to the party with you because you've already fallen for an adorable love bug. Oh yeah,
I knew it.
I'd love to go to the party with you. Should I bring in my sign, or should I keep my hugging monogamous?
Bring the sign, shred love.
Yay! I'm so glad you met me, heart.
The after party was wonderful. Aw, you run your dating pool successfully. Hey there, stranger. Oh, look at that. Wait. Bruce's trademark positivity was infectious as always, and everyone in a great mood. His hugs were a big hit as well. You're pretty sure the entire party joined you for a group hug at one point. One of them compared to the sweet special hugs he gave you. Among other things, wink. Oh, that's a secret ending? Let's go! Secret ending achieved! Ah. Before we knew it, the con had ended. It was just 4 days, but we could swear it felt like an entire lifetime. All sorts of misadventures took place, entire friendships blossomed, and we ourselves changed as people. The idea of going back to our day-to-day life made us feel a bit disoriented. Promises were made of not growing apart, of meeting again soon. Still, we would lie if we said it didn't feel a bit sad to leave all that behind. But as each of us went our own way, we realized that wherever we went, these people would be there with us. And with that came a truth that to this day, we hold close to our hearts. No matter where we are, we belong. The thought that still gives us warmth, that makes us feel once again young and unafraid. And it reminds us, that even as years go by, we'll always be ready to start. Well, that was fun, Mari. You got to be happily by yourself. Like, usually, because remember how, like, in the other 2 games, like, well, I haven't played the 3rd one yet, so I don't know. But, like, when you're by yourself, they're like, oh, you're all sad and lonely. Now it's like,
But in this one, it's showing your vibes.
Oh. Just look, I just saw, what's his face? Vampire Boy, draw Damien.
No. You mean Liam?
Yeah, Liam, there we go. I don't know why I forgot it. I was like, it's something. Ba 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 da 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 da. I don't know, I sometimes feel like the ending varies based on what you do. Like, some of the credits change, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So this time I watched it, because last time I skipped it. Wait, see you Monster Prom 5? No, not yet. It's too soon. This one just came out.
Monster Prom 5.
This is
Wait.
4. No, there's a section that
When
said
is
see.
it gonna be then?
I wonder. We've gone through a Monster Prom. We've gone through camp. We've gone through a road trip. We've gone through convention. What do we just go back to Monster Prom? Just go back.
Wait, is that what it is? Like what it's
So Monster Prom is like, has been like Monster Prom was the original, right? For prom.
no,
The second.
yeah, but so it's like it's yeah, Monster Prom, second term, oh yeah,
Oh.
camp, road trip.
And then after this one. And I can now call Kale.
Some Kale.
You can now call Suzanne. Okay. You've unlocked a new comic genre. You've unlocked a new comic genre. Okay. Let's see, what achievements are there? We got oh. Is serial data? Is anyone you can't charm? There's 2 hidden achievements. You have seen half the secret endings. Keep looking. Okay, so there's a bunch. There's even more hidden achievements. You attend all the workshops. Here, have this diploma. Oh, workshopaholic. Oh, that's kind of cool. All right. Well, thank you to those who came by today for this section. Thank you, Nair, for stopping by, and anybody else who came by. If you see us on YouTube, thanks for watching, and if you want to see me live, feel free to come to Twitch. But for now, let's find someone to raid to drop everybody off. So we'll send this on the Be Right Back screen, but we'll do this DjDoubleT out and about, and be the